I'm going to discuss some basics of pressing from the front, and then later go on through some specifics. What I mean by pressing from the front is that our opponent has the ball in possession, usually with the goalkeeper or a center back, and they are trying to build from the back. They haven't yet overcome our first line of defense. Hopefully you can use this as part of the TSC value to learn every day. Here's the first question I want to ask is, when we press from the front, which moment of the game is that in? So what I mean by that is, are we attacking? Are we transitioning from attack to defense? Are we defending? Or are we transitioning from defense to attack? So pressing from the front is a moment when we are organized and we are trying to recover the ball. In other words, defending. And these are the principles outlined by TSC when we are defending. Which ones do you think apply most when you're pressing from the front? When thinking about the fastest way the opponent can reach our goal, it's probably directly between the ball and the goal on a straight line. So when we think about pressing from the front, what spaces do we need to prioritize? What will help us more, making spaces large or small? Should we spread out? Should we stay close to individual opponents? Or should we move together close to our teammates, resulting in a compact shape in the center of the field? When it's time to press, what will happen if some of us move quickly and others of us move slowly or not at all? What does that leave in between us? Versus what if we all move together at the same rate? What would help us more near the ball? To have more numbers than the opponent, fewer, or the same? How many players does the blue pressing team have in the yellow zone versus the red and in the dark blue zone? So what do we need before we can press? There are lots of different ways to press, but almost any way of pressing has a couple of key ingredients. One of those is being compact, making spaces small between ourselves and our teammates. That makes it difficult for the opponents to get through. And the other one is occupying certain spaces on the field, usually central spaces, because that's the most direct route to goal. So number one, being compact. Number two, central, in that middle area of the field, able to prevent direct penetration and also able to access and press key opponents in the middle of the field. So what do we want to do during the press? Well, once we're compact and central, we want to communicate that we're moving as a team. So that's the first important part, is to move together. We want to move at the same rate of speed in order to keep compact. If we have two players, one moves fast and one moves slow, a gap opens between the players, and we don't want to do that. We want to keep the spaces small and make it difficult to get through us. The next part is to make a trap. So we want to force play. We want to control the game as much as possible, force play to an area where we can set a trap or where we have more numbers than the opponent, or at least the same numbers, and then be ready. As individual players, we need to be concentrated and have an individual focus, ready to press specific opponents when we trap. See if you can answer these couple of questions in your own words.